right. Welcome everybody to a special video episode of the Munster Cast. Today, guys, we have some news, I guess. Like, I just got home from work. Tivis texted me, and now what do we have, Tivis?
We might have a new movie or show coming. I have to assume it's a movie.
It says show. It says.
Does it say
says
show? Okay.
Yes. At least where I saw.
Yeah. I was sitting down dinner with my wife watching the Traders UK, and I was getting on to check our messages, and I saw from Gizmodo that James Wan is doing a Munsters thing. And lo and behold, when I went to get on it, Kevin, oh my God, Kenny Lovejoy.
Kenny.
I'm sorry, Kenny.
Yeah.
He sent us the article as well. So I literally saw it seconds before.
Awesome.
So
yes.
I still want to give him credit for sending it to us.
Definitely,
awesome guy.
Definitely. And I really appreciate that, like, you guys out there, the fans and stuff, are sending us these articles, you know, because like there's so many too, and so many things are happening all the time that we just don't see everything, you know. So we definitely appreciate that. Definitely thank you for that, Kenny. Yeah, dude. So what do you
Yeah, I'm just looking over the Collider article right now as we're recording. This is exciting stuff. Like, well, somewhat. I'm a little
exciting and
worrying. I'm in the same position I was when we literally started this podcast and he announced Rob Zombie was doing a movie.
Right.
Whereas James Wan is known for a lot of horror and a lot of gory horror, which is something I absolutely detest. But also he did Aquaman, which I love endlessly. Not the second one.
Yeah. He did the second one, wasn't
he did the second one.
Yeah, he did both. Yeah, I was about to say, I swore he did both. Yeah. So yeah, this is a new information's coming out. It's a possible new Munsters show from James Wan, produced by James Wan, which he might direct an episode or something like that. Working title right now, people call it 1313. And yeah, I was I had to look over the article. You sent me a couple of them and I had to look over them. I was like, this isn't real. This is like 5 years ago or something. Like, I was like, this is no way.
Gizmodo is very reliable, but I'm going to call them out. Gizmodo, Variety, Deadline. None of you mentioned Munsters today. Collider, you are the only reputable place I have seen that has not only mentioned them, but also the Mockingbird Lane pilot and the movies. Thank you. When Bloody Disgusting does a better job than leading entertainment news sites, something's wrong with its writers. So for the 3 people who wrote those, shame on you.
Yeah. I saw that, and that was like my takeaway from the first article you sent me from Gizmodo. I was like, wow, they completely snubbed the Munsters today, because they literally, in the article, guys, they say, where is it?
They talk about
so it says the chairman was quoted in the wrap about the company's planned slate, including this revamp of the Munsters. 1313 is the 3rd attempted reboot from the series after NBC aired Brian Fuller's Mockingbird Lane pilot in 2012 as a Halloween special, and Seth Meyers spearheaded another one through development back in 2017. First of all, nobody saw anything from the Seth Meyers thing, so it doesn't count. It's out the window. But this still would be a 3rd reboot, like version of a reboot, you know, because of the Munsters today. So I'm like, why not bring that up? I'm lost. I'm baffled. But and then they go on to, you know, most recently Rob Zombie offered his own take on the Munsters in the movie. It went straight to video and digital release, which bullshit, because there was a theatrical release of it. I swore, like, it was very limited, wasn't it? Or am I mistaking it for another movie? I might be mistaking it for another movie recently. But I swore I had seen it in, I didn't personally see it in theaters, but I swore I saw it at a theater. Am I mistaken? Because I know it went to Netflix.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. It doesn't mean it. I could check the ticket sales. Give me a second. The Vamp.
Well, I saw this movie. I saw Rob Zombie's movie like 75 times since it came out. So, like, my youngest kid loves the movie. So I'm like, you know what? I might be confusing it with something else. Nothing?
Yeah, it doesn't have any ticket sale records.
Okay.
Oh, I did see the domestic video sales though.
Maybe it was something else that Netflix put into theater. Oh, it was that Rebel Moon thing that went to theaters for short.
You saw that in we'll
I
talk about your
that.
terrible taste in movies after this.
I didn't see that in theaters. I waited. I watched it at home.
You watched it in general.
I watched both parts so far at home. It's so bad. I critiqued it to you in text while I was watching it, complaining.
We're talking about a new Munsters show here.
Yes. New Munsters.
Zack Snyder's shit.
New Munsters show, potential show, is exciting news for us because we only have a limited amount of content to work with at the moment, and it would be really cool to talk about these weekly as they air with everybody watching it at the same time as us. So that would be a really cool and different aspect to our show that we'll have to add in as well, because it'll be interesting.
They also mentioned in these articles that they also plan to incorporate the family into the Munsters universe, which is the Universal Munsters. Which is a cool idea and something I've been saying they should do with their theme park that they're opening in Florida for months now.
Right.
When we talked a little bit before we started or decided to record something, you mentioned that, some of these articles are saying that they might go in a darker tone, which concerns me because not only is that not the Munsters, we literally saw that with Bryan Singer's pilot. It just, it's not the Munsters.
Yeah. And even like, Bryan Singer's version, or not Bryan Singer, Brian Fuller's Mockingbird Lane one.
That was Bryan Singer.
No, it was Brian Fuller.
Oh.
Yeah.
You sure? I'm gonna double check that.
Yes.
Keep talking.
Brian Fuller did the Mockingbird Lane one that they dropped, the pilot episode. But even with his, it wasn't even like, you could tell that show was gonna be really dark for sure, but the pilot itself wasn't super dark compared to like what we've had recently.
Both.
What's that?
Written by Fuller, directed by Singer.
Okay. Well, the Bryans, the BBs, the double Bs. Pair of boobies.
Continue. I'm sorry I interrupted you.
I mean, I didn't think it was like super dark compared to some of the content that we've received recently. Like I feel the Wednesday show was going towards that route as being a little more dark.
Yeah, but that fits the Addams Family, whereas
I don't think it does though. I think the Addams Family is around the same like style, like esque of. I mean, it's a little more macabre.
90s movies. They're brutal the way they live and stuff.
Yeah, but like it's more. I feel the Addams Family is more macabre, where the Munsters is more like wholesome,
cheesy. I've always said the original Munster show is
cheesy,
basically a cartoon done with real people. You could replace them with Scooby-Doo characters and it would be the exact same show. That's how it's written. Like animation style, not literal Scooby-Doo characters.
I mean, there's 5 of them.
Fair. Well,
one of them is basically a talking dog. So
are we including
2 girls and 2 guys?
Kitty and what the fuck's the Edgar, the Raven?
Yeah, the Raven, dude. Yeah. So first, like Tivis already said, screw you guys that just snub the Munsters today in your articles. Screw y'all. If you guys want to know more about the Munsters today, check out TheMunsterCast.com. It's probably the only place on the planet you'll be able to find stuff about it at the moment. Yeah. So what do you think moving forward if they continue this? Because it sounds like from some of the stuff I was reading already that they are doing it, that it is greenlit, that it's working its way into production and stuff. Like
We'll
it's going to
see how
be
the pilot
interesting.
goes. Yeah.
Right. Right. And I want to let everyone know this too. Like the reason we're doing this is because we have pre-recorded episodes already that will not be talking about this.
Oh yeah,
So
no, we're weeks in advance. That's
yes. So we wanted to get this out now while it was fresh and everything, and while we were still
we're
thinking
still
about
excited.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we'll probably record another episode this week and like reference something from it or something, just a heads up.
Look forward to that in the future. Yeah, I really hope they don't go the Wednesday direct, because like I said, I felt like it fit the character of Wednesday. Like even with the family, it got a bit more lighthearted in that show when the family was around, but with the Addams family specifically, it always felt like they were more macabre, as you said, but a darker tone kind of followed them, especially Wednesday when we got into the 90s.
Right.
Those movies made her a psychopath.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah, I really do hope Juan sticks to the cheese that Rob Zombie did. I know that movie's divisive. I don't understand how it is. Having literally watched the original show as the movie was coming out, there's no difference.
Right.
But we already know there's going to be a portion of the fandom who's already decreeing this as terrible because it's not the original cast. And a smaller portion of that who are saying they need to use AI to revive some dead people to play these characters. Don't do that. That's a stupid thing to do.
Yeah. There's also going to be the people that are like, oh, well, let Rob Zombie's cast do it too.
Yes,
unfortunately,
we're one of them.
I would be up for that 100%, but unfortunately,
Daniel.
I doubt that's going to happen.
Yeah, it's
because very rarely have I ever seen Sherry Moon Zombie in anything that her husband hasn't directed. So,
yeah.
But I mean, I wouldn't be surprised though if James Wan was smart about it, he would take and try and like get some cliff notes and shit like that from Rob Zombie.
Oh yeah,
100%.
Hell, even go to Daniel himself. That dude.
Yes.
As they called him on the set, he was the Munster historian.
Right. And maybe, okay, you don't want to use him because you don't want people to get confused by the connection, but have him in there as a reoccurring character. He could be Mr. Gateman.
Bring him in as a consultant.
No, he could be Mr. Gateman. But the good Mr. Gateman.
Yeah, he could be a character, but I mean, use him as a consultant. Use his mind.
Right.
Like, we've been trying repeatedly to get him back on the show because he loves this stuff, man.
He's a very busy schedule, though. He just did like 2 movies. He did a Christmas movie, and he just finished Terrifier 3, I think it was.
Yeah,
so
we're also playing Santa Claus.
Yeah. Which I think they like planned it out because he was like already set up as Santa for, like with the beard, because he actually grew his beard out for that, man. It was actually looked good.
Oh yeah, he just shaved it this week. But his mind, he's so knowledgeable about all of these shows. He clearly loves them. It would be a true mistake not to take advantage of that.
Oh yeah, definitely did. I just don't give us a crappy CGI, spot.
Like, no, keep it off screen, like they did in Mockingbird Lane.
Yeah. But moving forward with like this information, it's like, again, it's a possible. I'm constantly going to say possible until I see something like 100% concrete, like a casting and a trailer. Like hell, we've all seen it. They've finished movies and you never see them. So it's
Batwoman,
possible.
rest in peace. Batwoman, I meant Batgirl.
Batgirl, yeah.
But speaking of casting, though, I would love to hear people's thoughts about who would you see casted in this,
especially as it being another TV version. Is what I feel. That's what I read. Let me double check. Yeah, double check. Will serve as a showrunner. Yeah, so it would be showrunner. Lindsay Anderson Beer would serve as a showrunner for 1313. Title, of course, is a reference to Munsters, blah blah blah.
Well, that also means there'll be more writers that he will bring on, because showrunners, they're okay. So they're just kind of expanding into well, not just, they started in like mid 2000 expanding that term globally, but showrunners, they are that basically head writer. They set the tone, they set the they sit in the writer's room and kind of direct the ideas and stuff. That doesn't mean they're going to write every single episode, but they have their hands in everything.
Yeah. It looks like the showrunner who they have named for this at the moment, which again, that can all change because people get fired left and right. Look at the guy from X-Men 97. He's gone already before the show even came out. Anyway, she did a show. She wrote on the show Sierra Burgess is a Loser. She did the Pet Cemetery Bloodlines and the Magic Order, which is a TV show. Oh, the Sierra Burgess is not a TV show. It was a movie. Sorry. But the Magic Order was a TV show. So I'm not sure what all that is, but I might check that out just to get an idea of like some of her talents and stuff. She does have one directing thing, which I guess she did direct on the Pet Cemetery Bloodlines as well. That's the one that came out in 2023 for people who don't know that one. So that's a little bit about Lindsay Anderson Beer. So, yeah. What you got?
None. I was just listening to. I didn't know who that was. So.
Okay. Yeah. She does have several things upcoming. She's writing on the new Short Circuit. Mask. Oh, I didn't know they were doing another Mask show.
Oh, okay.
Not the green Mask.
Yeah, the cartoon.
Mobile Armored Strike Command Mask. Yeah, for people that don't know what the heck that is. Knights of Magical Light, Visionary Show. Who is this person? And why is she writing all these cool things? Man, all right, I need to stop. Anyways, we're Munsters. Yeah, like Tivis said, guys, what would you think would be a good casting for this show with the talent we have nowadays? Especially being it's gonna potentially be longer form than just a one-shot movie like Rob's was. So what do you guys think out there? Let us know in the comments and stuff. This is going to be strictly YouTube, Facebook, whatever. We'll probably just post it on YouTube. But strictly in the comments, let us know.
Put it on the feed too. Just drop it in whatever. It doesn't have to be Sunday.
Put the link in the feed. Yeah.
No, put the audio of this in the feed.
Oh, gotcha. I know what you mean now. Yeah. Okay, yeah, we'll do that too. But yeah, just let us know in the comments on like Facebook, YouTube, or whatever, or email us at TheMunsterCast@outlook.com, stuff like that.
Reach out to us on Instagram like Kenny did.
Yeah, reach out to us on Instagram. Like I said, like we're checking that stuff. We get those notifications, so it just comes in. And we definitely respond. Like I saw Tivis did respond to Kenny before I even had a chance to look at it. Like I said, I literally just got to work and got home, and I was like, let's just jump
was sitting
on
there.
here.
I'm like, Mike, look at your phone.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I don't even know who I would pick as a cast member nowadays.
No, I'm gonna have to give this a good think.
Unless we actually got, it would depend on if they want a younger cast, older cast, stuff like that. But Brad Garrett for frickin' Herman, come on, guys, let's do it. Bring him back to TV. Like, I mean, it just makes sense. He's already a giant, anyways. He's got the deep voice.
I will always champion Neil Flynn.
That was janitor from Scrubs, right?
Oh
yeah.
Amazing improv guy. If they go the cheesy route, fantastic actor.
Yeah. Who would be Grandpa though?
Oof. Like I said, I'm gonna have to give this a good think. But you might hear us give our predictions like we did for the Rob Zombie, like in a month or so. on the main, episodes, after we get done with talking with one of them. Yeah, I'm really gonna have to maybe. Oh, we do have our 100th coming on. What if we get Mosher back on and we do our casting predictions?
Yeah, because by then hopefully we'll have a little bit more information too on what 1313 is going to be and how
no
concrete
guarantees,
it is.
Listeners. I'm throwing out idea. This is you're sitting in behind the scenes of us pitching ideas to each other.
Yes, legitimately. Usually we do not record at night or anything like this. We don't usually have time. Luckily, we were
it's close to my bedtime.
Yeah, I was about to say Tivis is about to go to bed. I told my kids if they don't shut up, they're grounded from electronics. So we're good.
One of these days, they're gonna mute and tie you to that chair.
They would have to know how to tie a knot, and they refuse to learn.
I'm just gonna message your kid real quick.
This is how you do Boy Scout knots.
No, I'm just gonna say learn knots.
Awesome.
But this is exciting. This is terrifying. It literally puts me right back in where I was in 2021. It's a good feeling though. Like the Munsters, they're getting attention. If this does well, maybe we could see them releasing the stuff we haven't seen before. Munsters Today, Mini Munsters, the Mockingbird pilot.
Yeah. And it's interesting too that this comes up now because we're gearing up to finishing up season 2 of the Munsters Today on the podcast. But it's like, we're like, well, crap, we only have one more season after that, and then some of the comic books, and then we're out of Munsters content. Because I've been searching the web, guys, for Munsters fan films for us to watch and talk about. I just need you guys to send them to me if you can find them, because I am not finding them anywhere. I found like a couple here or there, but they're like maybe 30 seconds. It's like people dressed in their Halloween costumes just talking to each other real quick at a party for 30 seconds. I'm like, that's not a fan film, but okay, I'll take it. But yeah, dude, like I need more content to keep the show going for you guys. Honestly, that like once we're out of content, there's really nothing to go for. And this is kind of like a little blessing, in disguise for us, of like being able to continue these chats and stuff like this. Otherwise, what are me and Tivis going to do? We have nothing else to do with our lives on Saturday mornings at 4 a.m.
Will we have to revive your other show?
Yeah, well, I'm starting to work on that already with other crap, so we'll see how well that works.
Please let me know when you do so I can listen.
What is he? Or yeah. Anyways, sorry, they're making noise. Grounded now. All right. I think that's it. Like, unless you have more to say about this, dude. Like, I just wanted to jump on here real quick and do something about 20-minute vid or something like that for us, just to talk about it, because I know we were texting a lot about it, and I was like, dude, we might as well just freaking talk about it. This is literally what our show is about. Like, it's where our content comes from, so we might as well.
Oh yeah.
But do you have any other things to say about it or anything, man?
Not off the top of my head. Like, it's exciting and terrifying at the same time. It's just good for the fandom in general.
Yeah.
We need this new blood to keep the series alive, bringing in new fans.
Definitely, dude. Definitely. And speaking of fans, guys, if you are fans out there and you want to like follow us and stuff like that, fans of us, fans of the Munsters, whatever it is, find us on social media. We're there, Facebook and Instagram via the Munster Cast. Tivis is on some other socials as well. You can go to themunstercast.com and find all of our content in one spot. You can just visit youtube.com/@themunstercast. You can email us at themunstercast@outlook.com. That's one of the quicker ways to get a hold of us besides social media, of course. And I think that's pretty much it. That's all I really have. I hope that everybody this past week's episode was Gateman and Son, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So I hope everyone's enjoying that, because I went back and re-listened this past week, and holy crap, I didn't realize how like in depth I got with the parenting stuff. So Yeah, definitely check that one out, guys. If you haven't checked it out, again, you can find it on YouTube or on any of your podcatchers of choice, as Tivis always says. If you want, you guys can swing on over, leave us reviews on Apple Podcasts, let us know how we're doing over there. We greatly appreciate it. It helps us, it helps the Munsters, and I hope that somewhere in some grapevine down, in the multiverse of Munster crap out there, that we can say that we have helped push the Munster fandom up enough to where Universal is like, okay, maybe we should do more shows, maybe we should do this. There's a calling out there for it.
Maybe we should put these older ones on streaming,
right? Not just the original series. So like, I don't even think the movies, like the older movies, are on any streaming services right now.
Not that I'm not since they left Tubi.
Yeah. So definitely, check us out there, guys. And you'll find out on a future episode of the Munster Cast. But you can also book me at cameo.com/Myke Shrews.
Shameless self-promotion. I love it.
Definitely do that, guys. Check me out there. Do whatever you need to do. And again, remember, a possible new Munster show from James Wan called 1313. Tivis, any final words, dude?
Yeah, support Collider. The other news agencies suck.
Bloody disgusting. Great. You guys did a great article. I'll shout the guy out that did it. It's John Squires. I want to pronounce his name properly. John Squires. You did a great job on your article, dude. Love it. Great job, man. Thank you. Thank you for all of that information that you did. Tivis, with all that said, we will catch y'all next time as we take another stroll down 1313 Mockingbird Lane.
I like it.
I want you to learn is it doesn't matter what you look like. You can be tall or short, or fat or thin, or ugly, or handsome, like your father. Or you can be black or yellow or white. It doesn't matter. What does matter is the size of your heart and the strength of your character.